Let's talk more college football 26 leaks and then also just talk about the beta, man. Feedback about it. A lot of people are going on Twitter and actually talking about the beta, what they thought. EA is open for the feedback. So we're going to go through some of the feedback, talk through it. Please, downstairs in the comment section, say any feedback y'all have, man. Let me know what y'all think about the beta. Drop y'all notes, everything. Also, if y'all enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. Go over to my Twitch. Live streaming tomorrow on Twitch, so tap in. So let's hop into some of these notes on Twitter, man. First of all, if y'all want to see, if y'all didn't get a chance to play the beta and y'all want to see screenshots, information, videos, go to my Twitter. I retweeted what I could. Some stuff got taken down because obviously EA don't want the beta to be public. And that's a whole another story. Don't like that because, you know, why are we hiding your product? Why are we trying to hide the product? I don't like the idea of that. But if you want to see that, go to the Twitter. But let's hop into it. So Mike, he goes through some of his thoughts and we'll kind of read through it. So positives, the better pursuit angles, really probably one of the bigger issues with gameplay this past year, man. Between pursuit angles and also, I'll probably say O-line blocking, just probably two of the greater issues, man. Pursuit angles, brutal sometimes. And my issue with that is, that's fine if it's based off a rating. Okay, his pursuit was bad because he has a low pursuit rating. He has a low awareness. But no, it'll be guys with great pursuit, great safeties, with good awareness, good pursuit, good tackling, and still taking these really, really bad angles on running backs, wide receivers, whatever. So that's the part I didn't like, man. So glad to see that in a much better spot. Better tackling animations. I heard mixed feedback on this because that new system from Madden is coming over from EA. So I heard mixed feedback that, you know, the game almost feels like Madden with this new tackling system, but apparently better tackling animations. Better run blocking from the O-line. Okay, that's what we talking about, man. Better run blocking from the O-line. I need to get the game and see it. You know, for that one, I need to get the game to see it because we hear that every single year. New defensive formations, we know it's a lot of new playbooks and new plays in the game. Defense, much better in general without making offense worse. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that one because, you know, I want the game to be more offensive driven. You know, that's how it is in real life college football. So when the scores is, you know, in the 30s, 40s every single game, you know, I don't have no issue with that. If I wanted to be an intense low scoring game, I'm gonna go play Madden. But it seems like defense is in a much better spot. I know a lot of people was complaining that defense, like you just had no chance of getting the stop on defense. That's really how it is real life in college football. Y'all see in a couple months, man. I think sometimes we forget when the year ends. You really will see when this upcoming year starts. You got some really crazy blowouts, man. Quarterback release mattered more in 26 than they did in 25. Yikes. My issue with that is super RNG. You know, you're recruiting so many different prospects. You don't get to see that release until they get on campus. So he might look great with stats, and he might have the slowest release in the game. And if you go in and change, if you can even change, I think you will have more options to change, you know, players and stuff like that this year. But if you go in and change it, it's almost cheating. But so don't love that because like I said the release is just super RNG. Which what RNG is just random number generator, and so it's just randomized. So if it's some really really bad releases, that's gonna be frustrating if you get it on a really good quarterback. Hopefully the good quarterbacks come in with good releases, and you know the bad quarterbacks probably come in with bad releases. You know, I hope that's the way they did it, but we'll see. Custom zones are a huge win. I think this is going to be more so for like the online players. I think you're going to have your offline guys probably, you probably will use it, but I think it's going to be very helpful for the online players as, you know, going up in, you know, head to head, whatever y'all play, cut, whatever game mode y'all play. We're probably going to play some more cut on this channel, at least check it out this year. Being able to bring your safeties down pre-snap is another huge win, okay? Being able to sub from pre-snap menu. Yep, I also have a pretty much a screenshot of the sub situation on my Twitter. I can't show it on here because they're going to copyright it. I don't think they want that screenshot out there. So it is on my Twitter. If I retweeted it, so if y'all want to go check that out to see how the screen actually looks if y'all haven't played the game. Defenders pick the ball off, thrown at them, and they are looking at the ball. So that's one thing they said they took out the game. If they're not looking at the ball, they won't catch the interception. I can see it now. I can see the clip now. I'm going to be rage baited. You know, my guy, I throw a ball, and he's still catching no look pick. I can see it now. It's gonna make me super mad because that's always frustrating for me, man. These picks that's super unrealistic. So hopefully it's out the game. We'll see when it actually comes out. Also negatives: Stadium Post and online modes. I don't have an issue with that, honestly. Like, I mean, if it's not a neutral site game, Stadium Post should be in the game. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. Removal of the speed out. High ball still the same as college football 25. Man coverage, press coverage was too overpowered. This gonna be a man year? This gonna be a man press year? I hate them type of years, man. I ain't gonna lie. I used to hate the Maddens where man press was just overpowered because it's super frustrating to go up against when you're the offense, man. Thankfully, I mainly play offline game mode, so the CPU usually just don't run the cheese the entire game that you might run into in the online game mode. So thankfully, I probably won't have to deal with that as much as some people. Cannot custom stem a hard flat. Okay, it's another issue. See, the thing is, like, this is a pre-build, so a lot of this stuff could be patched or it could be fixed at some points. Running backs could not catch the ball out the backfield. Okay, quarterback missed a lot of throws. I heard this one pretty often. This one honestly should be like first on your negative list, man. Quarterback missing all these throws. One should be up here, honestly. But yeah, y'all let me know if y'all seen that as well. Cause like I said, I feel like I seen a bunch of people say like the quarterback is just super inaccurate. Some really, really bad balls, even like some glitches happening. Obviously, it's not the final product. Civ, who is another YouTuber, I believe he went down there to Florida to play the game early. I believe he did. And he also just asked about a little bit of feedback. Overall, what did you love about College Football 26 Beta? What did you hate? Can be anything. For me, I love the playbooks were revamped. So that's one thing we did hear a lot about, man. Playbooks should be in a better spot. I didn't think they was in a bad spot, honestly. I ain't have issues with playbooks. But I think this would be super interesting to find like the best playbook for sim, because we know simulation is so much dependent on the playbook. So it's going to be interesting to find the best book for simulation that could actually put up good numbers. He said, I dislike the custom zones. Really just, okay, it wasn't practical. So interesting. Okay, so we got one person loving the custom zones, one person hating it. And also he pretty much asked the community, so some people, dropped their, comments on the beta so far. Love the pursuit angles, pursuit and tackling animations. Okay, that's good to hear. So this guy said he loved the gameplay wise, but he just want more customization, especially for like dynasties. And that makes sense, man. Like, let us customize everything like you can in like you can in 2K, man. They customization. That's the one thing good about 2K. Their customization for their franchise, amazing. Actually very elite, man. This guy said, I really like the offensive line blocking. Okay, we're moving in the right direction, man. Defensive movement pre-snap, running game, bad angled tackles being broken, and he also really liked the AI recruiting. Seems like they actually using the hard and the soft sell. That's one thing. Seems like recruiting for a smaller program is going to be a lot more challenging, as it should be. As it should be at this point, man. Did not like 4 stars not working in portal was all quarterbacks by year 6. It was 4 quarterbacks, that's all. So I think what he's trying to say is just it wasn't enough quarterbacks in the portal. I'm assuming that's what he was saying, man. There's a couple grammar issues with that. But no, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Some more screenshots, can't really show that, so we're gonna scroll past it. This guy said, I didn't like how running backs in recruiting were super slow. I seen a 4-star running back with an 82 speed, while scrambling dual threat quarterback had 84 speed. I know this was a beta, but please, for the love of the game, EA, make a college game if you cannot include fight zones. Or never make a college, yeah, okay. Interesting. So the speed situation with the running backs, I don't hate that, honestly, because sometimes you get a power back who might be a 4-star, and he might just be a 4-star bust coming with super low speed, but his power situation could be great. He might need to transition to a fullback, or he's an athlete power back, but he could also go play D-line. He might weigh 230, 240. So I don't hate that, if it makes sense, if, maybe his position is not meant to be running back, because I think that should be in the game. And I think it was in this current game, or this past game, man. Like, some positions that said athlete, they were not meant to play offense. You should have moved them to defense. Like, athlete centers, they was a higher overall on defense damn near every single time at D tackle. Damn near every time there's higher overall at D tackle. Now, you could play them on either side, but if you wanted them to be a higher overall, you probably put them at D tackle or DN. So we got another one here. Let's see, man. So my college football 26 beta experience. Things I enjoyed and hope it stays. Better pursuit angles, major update, faster throwing animations by the quarterback. Okay. Earlier we saw someone say quarterback animations just matters a lot more. And so it's good to see they're faster, but I thought that comment from earlier pretty much was saying, like, it's faster ones, but it's also slower ones. But seemed like this guy's saying they're pretty much all faster. New hit stick animations as expected with the new system that came over from Madden. Brand new defensive formations. Nickel has a lot. Love me some nickel. That's good. Subbing a player without pausing the game. Yep, we already knew about that. New coach adjustments. Also, the safeties can be adjusted. Yep, we knew about that. Stunts on the D-line. Also knew about that. We'll take practice to find out how that works, man. My biggest issue with this, the O-line blocking is already pretty bad in the current game. Once we figure out how to finesse the stunts, are we just cooked in the online play? Are we just cooked? Is our stunts just going to ruin blocking in the online play, man? I hope that's not the case, but that just runs through my head, man. Dynamic abilities. If a player get hot, their ability go up to go. Also, I believe it's a new tier of abilities. I believe it's not just platinum. I believe it goes up to Heisman now. So just like in 2K, it's like you got that legend badge is what they just add to 2K. So apparently you got a Heisman level of ability. I wonder how many players will get that, or what the requirements will be to get that. You know, that'll be interesting. Also glad to see like that X Factors is not coming over, man. I was a little bit nervous, even though it was no news on it. I was just a little bit nervous they'll bring X Factors over from Madden, if y'all know what that is. Just didn't want to see that in the game. Also, custom zones. Got some more screenshots that's blocked out because, like I said, they're copywriting people, man. You post these screenshots, they get them taken down. Last one here, man. So this guy says the game seemed a lot slower. And that's another one I've consistently heard. Games seemed a lot slower. And my question, in a good way or a bad way, you know, because the game being slower don't always have to be a bad way if it still feels smooth, if it still feels right. And also, quarterbacks were very bad. Another thing that I constantly heard, man, quarterback situation. I don't know if it's just lower overall quarterbacks. That would make sense if lower overall quarterbacks playing bad. But if it's the top quarterbacks, that's tough, man. That's tough, man. I lost the game where a ball hit the ground and then transported into the wide receiver hands, man. Little glitch play happens, you know, in the beta. I wish I could see a recording of it, but it sounds crazy. I had some crazy stuff happen in college football 25 where people teleported. I'm not gonna lie. I had it happen in the game, but it is what it is. All right, man, a little quick video. We're back from vacation. Discord is dropping soon. Community Discord. Anyone could join, chop it up, talk football, talk about this stuff every single day. It will drop very soon. Also with the Online Dynasty, we will have Online Dynasty Subathon on July 7th when the game come out, man. Subathon, we're streaming all day when the game drop, man. But that's all I got for y'all boys. If y'all enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all boys for watching. We on to the next one.